Ford is once again making waves in the automotive world, and this time, it's not just about performance or towing capacity, it's about the future. On August 5th, 2025, Ford Motor Company filed a trademark for the name Ranchero with the United States Patent and Trademark Office, USPTO, under serial number 99320314. This filing could mark the rebirth of a name that once held a unique place in Ford's history. More importantly, it could signal the arrival of a groundbreaking new electric vehicle, EV pickup. This revelation isn't just about nostalgia or branding. It's part of a broader strategic movement by Ford to reinvent itself for the EV age, not only through technology, but also through storytelling, design, and heritage. And if Ford plays its cards right, this new Ranchero could be its most daring EV move yet. The EV pickup race, a new frontier. Let's take a step back. The electric truck segment is heating up fast. The Ford F-150 Lightning is already making a strong impression in the full-size market, competing head-to-head with Rivian's R1T, the Tesla Cybertruck, and the Chevrolet Silverado EV. But there's a glaring gap in the midsize EV truck market, a space ripe for innovation, volume sales, and younger buyer engagement. Automotive analyst John McElroy, host of Autoline Daily, put it simply, the full-size electric trucks are exciting, but they're expensive, large, and often overkill for urban or suburban buyers. A mid-size electric pickup that's affordable and practical could be a game changer. Ford knows this. That's where this new EV platform comes in. Ford has confirmed it's working on a completely new, affordable EV architecture designed specifically for small to mid-size vehicles. And the first product off this line? Most likely, a compact or mid-size electric pickup. But up until now, nobody was sure what it would be called. What the trademark tells us. The filing submitted on August 5th is telling. It includes not just automobiles and trucks, but explicitly mentions electric vehicles, electric passenger automobiles, and pickup trucks. More crucially, it includes electric vehicle structural parts, which usually indicates a ground-up new build rather than a retrofitted design. This supports the theory that the upcoming EV pickup will not be a modified Ranger or Maverick, but rather a completely new model based on Ford's new EV architecture, likely built to prioritize efficiency, reduced weight, and manufacturing simplicity. Does this mean the vehicle will definitely be called the Ranchero? Not necessarily. Automakers often trademark names to secure future use, even if a specific product hasn't been finalized. But the timing is hard to ignore. The filing appears just days before a major Ford EV announcement, which executives have teased as a Model T moment. In other words, a potentially historic milestone in the company's EV roadmap. Why the name Ranchero makes sense. To understand why Ford may revive the Ranchero name, we have to look back. The original Ford Ranchero debuted in 1957 and remained in production until 1979. It was a revolutionary concept at the time. A car-based pickup that combined the comfort of a sedan with the utility of a truck. While it was eventually overshadowed by more rugged body-on-frame pickups, the Ranchero still carved out a niche following and influenced vehicles like the Chevrolet El Camino. In today's landscape, where unibody pickups like the Ford Maverick are gaining momentum, the Ranchero formula feels more relevant than ever. According to Mike Levine, Ford's North America Product Communications Manager, there's a growing demand for compact trucks that can do 90% of the job while costing far less to operate and own. The Maverick showed us that. We're listening. Reusing the Ranchero name gives Ford an edge. It's distinctive, has history, and fits the unibody or car-based pickup format. It also pairs nicely with the retro-modern trend sweeping through the industry, as seen with the return of the Bronco, Blazer, and Hummer. A strategic trend. Reviving the past to build the future. Ford has a proven track record of dusting off historic nameplates and giving them modern makeovers. The Maverick name was originally used on a compact coupe in the 1970s, and now it adorns a successful compact pickup. The F-150 Lightning borrows its name from a high-performance gas truck, but today, it's Ford's most prominent electric truck. And the trend extends beyond U.S. borders. Ford has also recently trademarked names like Capri, Escort, Cortina, and Granada in markets like Europe, Australia, and New Zealand. While these could be placeholders, it's more likely that Ford is positioning itself to blend emotional brand history with cutting-edge EV design. Automotive historian Bob Merlis explains, "When an automaker reuses a name with pedigree, it brings instant familiarity. Buyers might not know the specs yet, but they feel like they've heard it before. It builds trust, and in an EV world full of unfamiliar tech, that's valuable." So Ranchero isn't just a name, it's a strategic asset. How the new EV Ranchero might be positioned. Assuming the Ranchero name is indeed for a new electric pickup, where would it sit in Ford's lineup? It would likely slot below the F-150 Lightning and possibly the current Maverick in price. Given that Ford has mentioned affordable EV as a core mission for its new platform, the Ranchero EV could start in the low $30,000 range, with a goal of hitting $25,000 in the long run, depending on tax incentives and battery pricing. Here's what we might expect based on trends and leaks from Ford's supplier chains. Speculative features of the EV Ranchero. Powertrain: single and dual motor configurations, front or all-wheel drive. Battery options: 50 to 70 kWh packs with 250 to 300 miles of range. Charging: 150 kilowatt DC fast charging support, likely 10 to 80% in under 40 months. Towing capacity: 3,000 to 4,000 pounds, similar to Maverick Hybrid Turbo. Payload: up to 1,100 pounds. Platform: all new, dedicated EV platform not shared with ICE vehicles. Technology: Ford Blue Cruise 1.3, Sync 5 infotainment, OTA updates. Design: compact, lifestyle-focused with crossover-inspired comfort. Interior: sustainable materials, flat floor, modern utility-focused layout. What experts are saying: industry experts are already speculating on the Ranchero EV's market potential. Sam Abwolsamid, principal research analyst at Guidehouse Insights. Ford's strength lies in knowing how to read the market. The Maverick proved there's a massive appetite for smaller trucks, especially in cities. A Ranchero EV could dominate that space, especially if they can keep it under $35,000 and get the range right. Kristen Shaw, auto journalist and EV tester. One of the biggest turnoffs for EVs right now is price. People love trucks but can't always justify spending $50,000 or more. If Ford introduces a Ranchero EV that's functional, affordable, and even remotely stylish, it's going to sell like crazy. Could the Ranchero be built in Mexico or Tennessee? Though Ford hasn't officially confirmed manufacturing details, industry insiders suggest that the new EV platform, including the pickup, could be produced in Ford's Tennessee EV hub, Blue Oval City, or possibly at a new facility in Mexico, where labor costs are lower and smaller vehicle production is more viable. This would mirror the Maverick's production strategy, which has kept its price competitive while meeting high demand. Global potential and export possibilities. The Ranchero could be more than just an American EV. In fact, it may be designed with global markets in mind. Countries like Australia, South Africa, and Latin American nations have strong historical ties to car-based pickups, called utes in Australia, and there's little EV competition in that space globally. By reviving the Ranchero name globally, Ford could recreate a vehicle that works across continents while standardizing production and parts. Final thoughts? Is the Ford Ranchero EV a sure thing? While nothing is certain until Ford officially confirms the model, there's a lot of smoke here, and history tells us where there's smoke, Ford often brings fire. The Ranchero name is back in the registry. A major EV pickup announcement is imminent. A new EV platform is in development, and consumers are hungry for compact, affordable electric trucks. If the stars align, Ford's upcoming Ranchero EV could redefine what a pickup is in the electric age. Compact, agile, functional, and unmistakably forward-looking while still drawing from the past. And if Ford delivers on affordability, range, and utility, this Ranchero could be more than just a nostalgic nod. It could be the next evolution of the American workhorse. In summary, the Ranchero trademark filing points to a smart, strategic move by Ford to capitalize on nostalgia while solving a major gap in the EV market. Whether it's called Ranchero or something else, the upcoming electric pickup could shake up the market, just like the original Ranchero did nearly 70 years ago.